Okay, so the new patch notes came out for the JP version of Grand Cross. So you can see right here, it shows Escanor, it shows Monspeed, and it shows Dreyfus, right? Or Fraudulent Dreyfus, however you want to call it. Now, this is going to be coming out, I believe, yeah, the April 9th coming out, and I guess that's the time frame for the maintenance. So if you want to time that, you can. I'm not too sure what JST time frame is for us. It probably is going to be like 1 or 2 in the morning for us, honestly, but this is the new update. So addition of 2 new characters. So we're getting a Fraudulent of Selflessness, right, and a Monspeed. So there are 2 new characters. Now this is not the actual same unit that came out, the green version of Dreyfus. This is going to be a new blue type unit. So if I go to the characters, right, character settings, I believe it should be not set up yet. Yeah, so GC database doesn't have it fully set up yet, but when it does, we can talk about those units like fully and just break them down a little bit more. Now, these units, I mean, they have the skill information here, but I'll show you guys like later on another video, talk about them as well. Now, this right here, there is a link to the Fraudulent Ultimate, which we'll check out real quick. So this is the Ultimate, right? I should turn it down though. So this is his Ultimate. So that's his ultimate, Fraudulent's ultimate. That's not bad. I think that's a pretty decent ultimate for that. Now, if we talk about this unit, he is a decent unit. I looked at him before I started recording. Now, his first skill, it's called Black Air. It inflicts shatter damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. So shatter is going to ignore resistance. Basically what that is that it's ignoring full defense essentially. So if you're going to be focused on, you know, a team that has really good defense, this unit itself, like if you have this unit and you do shatter, you're going to basically do a really good amount of damage going through the enemy, because the resistance, since that's a defense based like type stat, I guess, if you want to call it that way, that's actually very helpful. Shatter is probably one of the best buffs in the game to have on a unit, and this does 450% of attack, so that's actually really high. If that's a skill, that's, yeah, so that's rank 3. So rank 2 and rank 1 probably be like maybe like 360s and 220s or something like that in the rank 1 and 2s. Could be, I'm not too sure exactly until I see the full information. But for the rank 3s, that's really good. Then you have his skill 2, so it's called Full Bloom. Taunts enemies and reflects 100% of damage taken for 2 turns. So this actually, I'm not too sure if I've seen it before in any other unit, but the reflect part returns a portion of the damage taken back to the attacker. So if you take damage back, right, I'm assuming it's, I wouldn't say it's like a full counter kind of stance or anything like that. I think it's just like a damage that, like, it's like a debuff, assuming, and how reflect works. I might be wrong, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments below. But that's what I take it as, the way they have it like talked about. So that could be very helpful. Now the thing is, on paper, it seems it could be very helpful. Now you have to try it out for yourself and see. But the thing is, it's a rank 3 card that's only doing 100% of damage of 100% of damage taken for 2 turns. Now on paper, that could be really good, and on showcasing, it could be pretty bad. I'm not too sure until I see it. On paper, I guess this unit could be pretty decent. Now the taunts, of course, taunts is directs all attacks itself, so he's basically going to be a unit that you're gonna have to focus on, like Guild Thunder. Red Guild Thunder, you make him a focused target unit, so that's actually going to be pretty good to see. His ultimate is called Dark Explosion. It inflicts 630% of attack on one enemy and depletes 3 ultimate move gauge orbs. That I love. I love when a unit can deplete ultimate gauges, because it's so helpful. So I definitely want to see that in action when I get the chance to do that. Now his passive, when the hero dies, removes debuffs from all allies and fills their ultimate move gauge to max. That might be really good to see. Now if it removes debuffs from all allies, then that means that if you're debuffed from the enemy, right, let's just say Galland or Jericho bleeds you, that's a debuff. So if this removes that from all allies and you get your ultimate move gauge to max, hold up, this unit just might be very helpful, especially if you have like units that can attack like crazy, like the new Lost Vein Meliodas or Escanors. Escanors are always really good, so we'll see how that goes. The next unit, we're going to talk about Monspeed. Monspeed also has an ultimate. We can check that out as well. This is Monspeed's ultimate. Alright, so that is his ultimate. Nothing too crazy. So the obtainable locations is Fraudulent Pack and Platinum Coin Shop. So you can get these units from those. I wouldn't do it from the Fraudulent Pack. Those are like normally expensive, but we'll see how that goes. Now the next unit you have is going to be Monspeed, of course. So Monspeed inflicts weak point. I like that one. Weak point is very helpful. So if you have weak point, right, that's 3 times damage against debuffed enemies. So if you can debuff your enemy and then attack with this first skill, you should be doing some pretty decent damage from that. Probably up to like 50, 60, 70k. Compared to like Jericho does a lot of damage. So she can do over like 100k with her rank 3. But with this, it's 275% of attack on one enemy for a rank 3. That's kind of low for a rank 3. So that might not be doing too much damage. But the thing is, I mean, that's also like that's multiplied with the weak points. So I guess that's not too bad. But I'll take that. We'll definitely see on, like I said, on paper, it sounds a little bit different compared to showcasing himself. Blackfire inflicts damage equal to 360% of attack on one enemy and depletes 2 ultimate move gauge orbs, really good, and deletes 2 skills. That's interesting. So randomly deletes skills except for ultimate moves. That could be very helpful, especially if you're fighting like a Gother, for example, and they're about to rank up, and that gets deleted. That's gonna be helpful. His ultimate removes stances from all enemies and inflicts damage equal to 280% of attack. Applies 2 ignites effects for 4 turns. Ignite is very helpful. So I like to see that because that's an additional damage multiplier basically, and it can stack. So that's really, really nice to see. His passive is increased damage dealt by 100% of attacking enemies with ignite debuffs. Wait, if attacking enemies with oh, okay. Increases damage dealt by 100% if attacking enemies with ignite debuffs. So when you debuff them with the ignite, you're gonna do more damage with him. That's actually really nice to see. Commandment, allies and enemies would not gain ultimate move gauge from using skills in PvP. Ah, so he is going to be exactly like the green Derriere then. Well, not okay. Okay. That should, I think, yeah, that's exactly how it goes. So applies when entering battle. So he should be in battle. And you can same thing. Platinum Coin Shopper, his own pack. Don't do it. But this new big thanks for comeback milestone reached gacha. I saw this and I was like, wait, this might be a really good banner to summon on. But it depends. So this time frame is from the 9th to the 16th, right? The thing is, this is what you call a trap banner. Now, I will say this because it's a good banner. Do maybe 1 or 2 multis, right? But don't do anything more because the thing is, this SSR rate is increased from 3% to 7%. And guess who's on here? The insane units, because look, you have Escanors on here, you have all the coin shop units in here, right? Then you have Derriere, Galland, Molluscula, Estarossa. Like, these units are super good. I think the Derriere is the green one. Yeah, this should be all coin shops. So this should be the Derriere Purity. So I mean, regardless, that's still really good because Estarossa of Love should be the Estarossa that is going to be the green one, because if we look at him, Estarossa of Love should be this one, I believe. Yeah, Estarossa of Love, very, very good unit. Because if you look at this one, it's not. It shouldn't be this one. It should be all the coin shop units. I'm pretty sure. It should be coin shops. I don't think it says it anywhere, but I'm pretty sure that's the coin shop banner. Basically, yeah, it should be coin shops for sure. Then you can do 11 multis. I guess 11 pulls, 30 diamonds. There's no single pull option for this one. You can do a max of 10 multis. Sorry, 10 multis. Right, 11 pulls, 11 units, obviously. So 10 multis. That's not bad. I'd say probably do 2 at most. 60 gems. That's 1 week worth of PvP. But the thing is, because this is a trap banner, is because most likely this is a time frame where they're going to be announcing a lot of stuff with Golden Week. So when you look at Golden Week, right, Golden Week is going to be happening around May 2nd to May 6th. So that's around where like the hype stuff comes out for gacha games normally, and this is where it's going to happen. So I'm assuming Zeldris, which I've seen a lot on Twitter being talked about, he could possibly come out. So if he does, then that's a good thing to know, because if Zeldris comes out, he probably will be one of the best units in the game just because it's Zeldris. And I'm hoping for high expectations with him, so we'll see when it happens. But this is a trap banner. Even though it has really, really good units, like Escanor is on here, you have the Green Bond is good as well. Gother, he's a rank up Gother. Then you have Green Merlin, you have the Red Demon Melee, right? They're really good units. And then Estarossa. Estarossa is insane. So, worth it. I mean, if you don't have the coin shop units, or if you do and you're just looking for dupes, then do that. But like I said, don't go too crazy. It's a good banner for the rates, but do not go crazy on this banner. I promise you guys, there's going to be something else coming out later, and you're going to regret it if you summon so much on this banner. So the next thing is this special pack. Don't even buy this. These are like $100, I think, like $80 to $100. I think 100,000 yen. I think it's like $80 to $90. I'm assuming, but that's not that's a lot, but it doesn't really do much for you. You can buy other packs that can get you more diamonds than this, and you can farm out horns, wings, and ears easily. 6 SSR pendants is nice, but I don't think it's worth over $80 for that. So skip that. The same thing with Monspeed. It's the same exact thing. Skip that. So we don't have to worry about that. So new battle event, you can see that there's a battle event going on, going through these you know, nightmares and easy, normal, and stuff like that. You'll get these rewards, so that's pretty good for that. Nothing too crazy on that. Now this is what you were waiting for. You saw it in the title and the thumbnail. UR gear for Escanor. So Escanor is finally getting what he deserves, because Escanor himself, he is disgusting. Like, even if you can use it on both ones. So the thing is, I'm pretty sure you can use that both. I don't know why they wouldn't do it. Yeah, it's literally just Escanor. This unit is disgusting. Both of these units, they do so much damage just from their 1-star to 3-star skills, and their like 1-star, 3-star at this card. They do so much damage that you don't even have to have your gear on him, but this would just make it even crazier. So his combat class, his CC or CP, is one of the highest in the games, and his stats are really, really good as well. So he's gonna be very crucial to getting his UR gear once you get like a good set for him. And once you UR this whole full unit, then this unit's gonna be crazy. Like, Escanor is going to be super, super insane to see what damage. So I'm definitely going to get full UR gear on him day 1 once it comes out, and I will showcase him, because this is going to be one of the best things for Escanor to get UR gear. So once that comes out, I'll definitely check that out. I already have all the materials and stuff like that for it, so just once it's out, I'm going to UR all of it. And most likely I will be doing, of course, attack and defense, because that's what you want to do for this unit, and we'll see how that goes for him. So now we go on to the extra stuff. So this is a good thing. So balancing changes. So this is I think one of the best things for this update, because normally when you have a unit that is going to like remove buffs on a single enemy or anything like that, they normally only do it in a 2-star rank card, right? So when you look at Galland, right, this is one of the Gallands that says right here. Galland is right somewhere right there, yeah. So Galland, right? When you look at his second skill, it removes debuffs or removes buffs from one enemy and inflicts damage equal to 300% of attack, right? This is a rank 2. What it normally means is that the rank 1 cards don't do that. None of the rank 1 cards for these units right here do that. So what they're going to do is that they're going to change it. So before, it inflicts damage equal to 220% of attack on one enemy with their rank 1 skill. Now it's going to remove buffs from one enemy and inflicts damage to equal to 220%. So this card right there is going to remove buffs. Super, super helpful, and helps in this, you know, specific time frame for global and JP. Well, not global, but JP. Once that comes out for global, that'll be good too. But for JP, just because it's going to change a lot of you know, meta, it's going to change a lot in how the game style is and so on. Changes how like boss battles will be, and etc. and etc. So very, very nice to see that they're changing this up. Infected heroes are all these units right there. Tempest Rimuru, so they're putting Rimuru as a boost. That's actually really nice to see. So very nice to see that they're going to be working on a unit that no one really looks at too much. So, but that's pretty much it. I mean, these are the other stuff that you can talk about if you want. You can pause it and just read it if you want, but this is stuff that we don't really push too much out. The other thing is the new King Arthur, the blue one, and the green Fraudron will be pushed to the regular gacha pools, so you can get them from there if you missed it. And then PvP stuff compensation, if you like were having issues with it, they'll give you all the food that you spent and give you extra food that you will receive from them. So that's actually nice to see. But yeah, that is the update. This is going to be a very, very good update, because Escanor's old UR gear, very, very good to see. These two units, they'll be nice to see once they're coming out, but on paper they look decent, but I want to see it in person so I can actually judge better and showcase them off if I do get them. So the biggest thing is UR gear on Escanor. Definitely will be showing that off once I get that gear set, so hopefully you guys do want to see that. If you guys do want to see it, let me know in the comments below. Drop a like on this video if you guys did enjoy this update, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Appreciate you guys so much. We're going close to, I think, 15,500 subs. We'll get there hopefully sometime soon. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Have a great day.